Public speaking. Some people love it, and some are terrified by it. In this video we will be talking about 5 ways to practice a speech. Number 1. Remember your outline. In order to sound natural, you have to practice from an outline. Your audience want to hear you speak to them. Most of the time they don't want to hear you reading your speech. You will not capture the attention of your audience if you just sound like you have memorized it. They want a natural flow of conversation. To be able to do this, you have to create note cards or an outline with a few bullet points from your speech on one page. Those are the main key point you will need. This can guide you through your speech so that you don't forget anything. This makes it easier to remember your outline and not read your whole speech. You can just look down on your notes, then lift your head right back up and talk from an outline. Don't try and memorize word for word, but rather practice from your bullet point. Don't hesitate to stop yourself in the middle of your practice to jot down ideas as they come to you. I recommend The Quick and Easy Way to Effective Speaking by Dale Carnegie. In case you aren't familiar with who Dale Carnegie is, he is the author of the famous book, Think and Grow Rich. I mentioned this book in my previous video on how to build wealth. I will leave the link in the description below. Number 2. Practice your sessions over a period of time. Don't stay up all night to memorize your speech through to the morning. You should stretch your practice session over a few days. The idea is to practice a few times each day. Spreading out your practice sessions will benefit you in a lot of ways. This will give you more time to be comfortable with your speech. Another benefit is that your brain acts fast to get to the point quickly. This will also improve your composure in that moment. You will feel comfortable and it will feel like you do this every day. So make sure you spread your practice session over a period of time. After practicing, actively solicit feedback. Make it clear that you want honest opinions about what could be improved. Number 3. Improve every day. Always pick things to improve on each and every time you practice your speech. Effective speaking requires you to look up from a written speech and connect with your audience. Improving on this will help you connect with your audience smoothly. You can also work on your gestures and your posture whenever you practice. Adding too many things all at once will get you confused. It will be difficult to improve more than 1 or 2 things in any given practice session. So focus on improvement and then start ticking those off the list. Your structure will all be in place by the time you actually stand up to present. Number 4. Be practical. Make sure you don't make your environment completely perfect. If you do that, it won't go perfectly during your speech. For example, people might walk in late. Or someone's phone might ring accidentally. After a few practice sessions, you can add distractions on purpose. For example, you can put your music on, or you can set an alarm in between to talk over that. This will create a little bit of noise and distraction for you to cope with. Practicing through these will prepare you for any distraction you will face. Even if something odd happens, it won't throw you off your speech. So insert a bit of distraction when practicing. Number 5. Visualize. You have to close your eyes and imagine every key thing about a successful speech. Golfer Jack Nicklaus said that he never hit a shot even during practice without visualizing it first. He won 18 major championships. For decades, professional athletes have considered visualizing as an essential tool, often spending hours visualizing their victory. You can use the same technique for your speech. Many actors visualize the performance rather than going through the extreme method of acting. Visualization helps your brain to automate your body language. This can convince your brain that you are a confident speaker, so it helps you act that way. Stephen Kosselin, director of Stanford's Center for Advanced Study in the Behavioral Science, said there's an evidence that imagining oneself performing in an activity activates part of the brain that are used in actually performing that activity. You are tricking your mind to think you are a good speaker. Come up with a visualization that works for you and rehearse it. This makes it easy for you to remember it in times of need. Read The Charisma Myth by Olivia Fox. This book will improve your speaking and social skills. These are the top 5 ways to practice your speech. Write this list down and use it for your next presentation or speech. Thanks for watching.